Well, I'm back again the following day. I just, once again, had the game suspended and the Switch in sleep mode. I oftentimes go ham on new releases in opening weekends, and that's going to be the same here. So I'm just going through a whole bunch of this on the opening weekend. It is now Saturday. It is currently the 9th of November. And yeah, it definitely did seem like they wanted it to be a jumping point in the series. But yeah, hello, Delta Thing. It's going pretty alrighty. It was this thing where Bob, right? Oh, I guess I'm just going. I did the work that I needed to on the past stream and the most recent Assassin's Creed Odyssey stream that I guess I forgot to do stuff on before this point, earlier today. What? There's not even a landing cutscene? Every island before this point has had like a special cutscene of landing and then showing a little bit of the island. But this game just doesn't. Or this island just doesn't. I'm just here now, I guess. But yeah, you just want to get through this game quickly. I know the truth. No. So like 4 deer outside your house say, oh, cool. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a bit of a mixed bag here, and that's what I'm feeling. It's definitely my least favorite Mario and Luigi game so far. Again, I haven't played Paper Jam. Maybe it's like super duper amazing, but everyone says that one's like not super great. So right now we're at a point in the story that I can go 2 different places. I can go to an island to go after the birds that have been abducting people, or I can go to an island where Peach supposedly is. But there's a timed quest to go to the island where Zocket is, which is, I assume, the place where the birds are, which is why I went to this place. So it gives you a choice, but there's a timed quest that expires if you don't do one specific one first, is what I'm interpreting here. Like, maybe I'm wrong about that, but, this humble writer is done for. I thought I was smart hiding money here. Now what do I see? Things are out of control, but I have to get my stash. I need that massive treasure. My stomach is aching, but I can't get down there, so I'll head home by blasting off in a cannon at the top. Farewell, secret saving samurai. So why did I not like land at a shore when I normally do? I don't know why I was struggling to say the word when for some reason. My brain is just malfunctioning here. I landed on this random cliffside instead. Turn to ship-shaped island. Oh, is it literally just a super tiny thing? Hold on, what am I doing there? Yeah, from what you've seen, don't really think you'd like this game. But also not Mario and Luigi fans, so that might be why. Yeah, the games definitely aren't for everyone, but this game, I feel like, misses a lot of the essence of what made the other games unique in the first place. Honestly, comparing this Sonic X Shadow Generations, which is meant to be a jumping on point to Sonic, and while these 2 games are completely different genres, Generations did a whole introduction to the franchise so much better, like for new players. What's you're planning to do with the abducted islanders? You better investigate. Destination Min Islet. Oh, is that where, is that what I'm on right now? What am I on right now? I might not even be on the place. I just knew that I was going for some islet. Islet, however the heck it's pronounced. Something or other there. I guess I'm fighting these guys now. Dang it. I keep on thinking they're gonna dash sooner. Well, this is fine. This is a-okay. I generally like the combat and the animations and stuff like that. Okay, so these are gonna be my plugs here. Love that Sonic isn't a decently long RPG, so it's easier to clear faster. Yeah, just like directly level to clear kind of thing. Is it just me, or are these paler than they were last time? Am I losing my mind? I might be going a little bit crazy. Whoa. I also spent time earlier today setting up Metroid Prime 3 Corruption on my PC. Like, I had it working before, but I needed to set up a control scheme that works with like Wii motion controls and tilt controls and stuff like that in preparation for the HoloLand stream. And I think I got it figured out here. I'm about 8 hours in, a little bit over 8 hours. It seems like there are, I appreciate the follow there, Fusion 2055. Also, I should pull up my recent events thingamabob. Oh, whoops. Just in case there's ever like events during a cutscene. It seems like there's 4 major bosses and then final boss of this game from what I can tell, with the 4 lighthouses that I have to clear, and I just cleared the first one of those. So I guess I'm a little bit more than 1/4 into the game, I guess, for reference. Battle plug combos, some unique combination of battle plugs of unique and powerful effects. There are lots of these combinations, so experiment away. Yeah, the pacing is definitely a massive issue here. Because even if you've never played a Mario and Luigi game before you bought this, you won't be impressed with how slow this game is. I think that's your biggest issue with this game is the pacing. The pacing of this game is like freaking Persona 3 in One Piece. It's like awful. Okay, well, okay, bonk. Like, I was thinking about this a decent bit the other day, and the previous Mario and Luigi games, like comparing it to Persona here, feel kind of like Persona 5, whereas this game feels more like Persona 3. In that Persona 5, each of the sections that you had to clear had their own, like, individual stories that would be interesting, and it keeps you motivated to keep on playing and see what happens there, and it all contributes to the overall narrative. Whereas in Persona 3, it's like, there's not really much in the way of sub-stories. There is sometimes, from time to time, that'll be slightly intriguing, but usually it's things like, oh, there's rumors about a haunting at school. You have to prepare for finals. What else are sub-stories? There's a school culture festival coming up. Just like random crap that you don't care about, so it doesn't keep me motivated to keep on playing. And the overall dungeon Tartarus, rather than being like the individual sections that you clear of Persona 5 that each have like their own stories, like the palaces and that, it's just an overall big dungeon that you would presume the final boss is at the end, but nothing really interesting is going to happen before that point. Just clearing level after level after level after level with nothing happening, just as like an excuse to grind, and that's what Tartarus is. So I really hated the pacing of Persona 3 because it's just so boring. And this game is very much like Persona 3 in that sense. So the previous Mario and Luigi games would usually be having you do things that do contribute to the overall story and move it forward. So that you can be like, okay, I can clear this so that this thing will happen in the story next. And then it keeps you a little bit more invested and wanting to know what happens. Like, the older games would still sometimes have, like, random bullshit that you'd have to do before it let you progress that felt, like, super meaningless. Like, last stream, the example I used of that was Partners in Time, where you had to get past this one star door, but the star door won't let you pass until you go and collect a whole bunch of crap from all over the place because it doesn't let Luigi through. And it's only gonna let Luigi through specifically if you go and collect all this random crap from around the area. It's like, man, do I really have to do this? At least there's a little bit of motivation because you know that, like, the next story bit is right behind the door. But the objective to reach the next story bit is not at all story related and just feels like random filler that is meaningless at the end of the day. So the previous Mario and Luigi games would do that from time to time, but still generally the places that you'd be clearing would be connected to the story, you'd be moving the story forward, and there would be a little bit of intrigue as you're making progress. Whereas with this game, you clear an island, you want to know what story progress it contributed? You've just connected another island, and that brings you that little smidge closer to having them all connected. It's literally what Tartarus is in Persona 3 compared to, like, individual palaces in Persona 5, that each would, like, progress things in their own way and add new story content. There is no new story content added as you clear islands. I mean, maybe some story-specific ones, as we found out about the extension core with the last island that I did, but for the most part, it's just like, oh, you cleared another island. You're one step closer to beating the game, and that's it. There's nothing else that happens. So it just feels like so meaningless. It doesn't feel like a reward that would genuinely motivate me to continue doing them because nothing is happening most of the time. And there isn't even like a boss battle to look forward to at the end of the islands, like 90% of the time. The last island that I played was the very first island that actually had a boss at the end, if you're not counting the lighthouse one. And the bosses were always my favorite part of the Mario and Luigi games. So the fact that they usually don't even have a boss to look forward to, and I'm going around doing like fetch quests or hide and seek with random kiddos, or playing Metal Gear Solid Mario and Luigi like that one island, and all sorts of other random crap that's like, okay, I really don't care about this. This really feels like a game where if I wasn't a content creator, there's no way I'd be beating it. I would just get so bored out of my mind and put it down, and because it feels like I'm doing nothing, or at least doing nothing that I would genuinely care about. So, yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about this game right now. And the stream title that I have right now, I wrote that this game is kind of like the sort of gameplay of Mario and Luigi, because it took away a lot of the key Mario and Luigi elements, with the pacing of Persona 3, and I also wrote that there was the story of Skull and Bones. And what I mean by that is in Skull and Bones, all the story is you're told to go do these things, and you do them. That's all the story was. That's all the story of this game is so far, too. Plus getting isekai'd, I guess. But that's literally all the story is. Like, you're basically caught up to speed. We're going around uniting the islands, getting them all together. Congrats, you're fully caught up on the story. Alright, so I guess these islets aren't, like, full proper islands. They're just, like, little tiny things like this, is what's going on here. Okay. Oh, I can't use my pipe to go back to the thingamabob. Well, I mean, so yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Combat looks really fun despite the somehow inconsistent buttons. The combat is definitely the best part of this game by far. The combat is pretty fun, not gonna lie. But everything else of this game is not super great, in my opinion. That's how I'm feeling here. The difference between slow burn and slow as fuck. This is the latter, it seems. Yeah, that's kind of what it's feeling like. That's, yeah. It's probably a pretty accurate way to describe it there. Whoops, I'm bad at video games, what can I say? Yeah, let's see here. Been enjoying the game so far? Don't know what y'all are talking about. How's it going today, Redora Master? Well, me personally, to have a game properly engage me, I need it to be doing things that actually move stuff forward instead of just, oh, you're one step closer to the end. That's all you get. Like, throw me a bone. Like, like, for example, with Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary, to use that as an example. The idea of making, like, the really high-quality cutscenes was as a reward for clearing challenges. Like, you clear a level, and then you get another high-quality cutscene where it's like, whoa, stuff is moving forward. I get to see these really cool high-quality cutscenes with, like, characters that I care about, and there's cool stuff there. And that was eventually taken away because, like, Sakurai felt that it was just going to be shared around online, so they started putting that budget into just the marketing, just revealing new characters. But the idea in Subspace Emissary was, here's your reward for clearing challenges. You get to move things forward, see how it progresses, and get, like, this new meaningful progression, this new meaningful content. This game does not have that at all. I clear another island and nothing happens. It's just another island's cleared. Cool. I guess that's a new place that I can explore. But I haven't really been given ample reason to care about that. You get, like, genuinely nothing. And the only way that the story has been moved forward from the beginning so far over a fourth in is I know what the big bad looks like. And what some of his cronies are. That's it. That is literally the only way this story has been moved forward so far. And I guess establishing that Connie had a mentor. I don't care. The game hasn't given me reason to care. So why would I? I've only gotten one bros attack over a fourth into the game. Is unfortunately the case. And hello, Emerald Flying. How's it going today? If this game has an Explode, you'd like it more because at least Explode was funny. That's true. That do be true here. As much as you hate the Michael Bay mindset, a perfectly timed explosion in a game is always funny. You're not wrong. If the island/world doesn't end with a Bowser fight, is it even Mario? Good question, Noah. And yeah, the game is definitely pretty gorgeous. Like, it does definitely look pretty nice and visually appealing. Modern sequel games simplifying everything or removing any aspect of bonus content is a terrifying trend. Yeah, I can agree with that. A slow burn game is triangle strategy, like a really slow and bizarre start, but when it picks up, it picks up. Yeah, triangle strategy is it's like Reggie Gigas. That's a good example of, like, a slow burn game. Where it's like, yeah, it takes a decent while before it does things that are interesting. But then when it does that, and it all connects to, like, the uninteresting things from before and makes those things more meaningful as, like, oh, now I get the motivations behind the characters. It, like, justifies the thing that you were doing earlier. I'm about to level up, so maybe I should just get a level up. Or maybe I'll do it on the next island. I don't know. And I really like triangle strategy. But pacing of games like this or Persona 3, I really do not like. I can't wait to be done with Persona 3 as well. Not gonna lie. I've gotten so bored out of my mind of Persona 3. I cannot get into that game for the life of me. Like, it's just so boring. Bonk. Alright. And bad guys' minions don't try to attack you often. They've done it once. Well, at the lighthouse, like the first main of the 4 objectives, we saw them briefly and they were like, ah-ha-ha, we're evil. Here, this other boss can attack you. And that's what happened. And then on the last island that I did, which is just like some completely random island, I fought one of them so that he could drop battle plugs and introduce this mechanic to me. And that's it really here. Don't know what their motivations are. They're the extension core that's helping out Zocket. Like, I'm sure they have a really meaningful motivation there. As an example of clearing each island will give you new items or attacks that change up combat, that's an easy way to make it more impactful. Yeah, for sure, if it was doing stuff like that. Like if I was getting new bro attacks as I was clearing islands. Or even just having, like, boss battles at the ends of islands, even if they were just mini bosses. Because, again, by far, the best part of this game is definitely the battles, the combat. And the boss battles have been like the most fun I've been having with this game by far. So if each island at least had like a boss battle to look forward to, then I would feel a lot better going through all this content that I really don't care about, because I know that I have like a cool boss battle to look forward to at the end. But I don't even have that, where it's like, I have a very small chance of there maybe being a boss battle at the end if I'm lucky. I learned from the last island. And that one didn't even give me any experience for some reason. It seemed like boss battle is 0 experience. So that was pretty cool. So even though it was kind of fun in having a boss battle at the end, there was no, well, I guess there was an in-game reward with the battle plugs. But it feels really crummy to not have the, have experience. And it's like, well, that kind of sucks. Alright, so how long do I need for that to recharge? Recharging. Alright, so I may as well just, like, burn through these or something? I don't know. And then they can be, like, full... And then only equip them when I'm doing, like, a boss battle, and then they're at the ready or something? I don't know. But, yeah. And, yeah, triangle strategy could definitely be better, but I do definitely really quite like it. It does get really fascinating, but it could have definitely been better, especially during, like, the first half. I feel like, for sure. Like, the political arguments that makes are really fascinating. A bad game can be laughed at, but a boring game can't be. Yeah, that's fair there. That's kind of what I'm feeling a lot of the time. And I feel bad for whoever watches the whole series on YouTube and every episode is just the whole Harmonia community just shitting on this game. Wish it wasn't so easy to point out its flaws. I came into this game wanting to really like it. I love the Mario and Luigi series. I had a lot of fun with them. I was like, man, a new Mario and Luigi game? That's gonna be amazing. And then I play it, I'm like, wow, I really don't like this. I just don't. And I'm genuinely surprised that I don't like this game. But in the state that it's in. I mean, I also play like so many different games nowadays that it's like really easy to point out like different flaws and different comparisons to lots of different games. Like as of the 24-hour cherry stream 11, the amount of games I've done playthroughs of on this channel has now surpassed 200, which is insane. I have 200 plus playthroughs on this channel now. So, yeah, I've played a lot of different games, and, gosh dang it, I was not trying to get into another battle. And so I feel like, over the years, like, my standard for games has definitely gotten higher. Like, I have a bit higher of expectations. And just doing something that faintly resembles something that I liked before isn't good enough anymore. Like it might have been for me in my teenage years. Okay. Easy peasy counters. Yeah, I'll just spend it and then save it for when I actually need it. Is what I feel like I should do here. But yeah, whenever you hear islands, can't help but be reminded of Sonic Frontiers. Was that game divided into islands? Bonk. I don't know much about the game, but I know it's full OST because I listen to it and I use some of its OST in my videos sometimes because it's amazing. But yeah, watching a mainstream Nintendo game on Harmonia's channel, they know what they're in for. But genuinely, I feel like the only Nintendo game that's come out this year that I've genuinely liked was the new Mario Party, Super Mario Party Jamboree. That game I actually genuinely liked. Every other Nintendo game that's come out this year, I've not liked. The new Mario Party was the only one that I did. Alright, plug is out of charge. The new Mario Party was actually genuinely good. I still have, like, more stuff to cover with that I'm not done with yet. So I'm not exactly through with that game yet. I still have some more stuffs to do. Okay, go ahead and do this. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers is placed on 5 islands, each one ending with a fight against a giant robot. At least 4 of them do. Okay. This is how I would explain the area names for the OST that I went through. Bonk. All the different islands. Just finished slugging our way through watching Harmonia's entire BDSP playthrough. Time for Legends Arceus. Oh god, why? Like, I know I probably shouldn't be asking that to someone saying that they're gonna watch my content, but like, that's probably a bad move by a content creator being like, why would you do that? But, but why? A lot of Sonic games use islands, as most of the adult people population lives on islands in Sonic lore where the continent's being inhabited mostly by humans. Okay, interesting. I don't know enough about Sonic, so I guess that's news to me. Alright, I went to the wrong place. I don't know what the heck. I guess I'll go ahead and rest here. But yeah, still better than personally playing BDSP. Did some neat bug stuff. I do remember doing that. And yeah, do be a way to experience the games without playing them. And yeah, see you next time. Like, I know I've gone through the list of games before from this year that I genuinely liked, which for Nintendo games, again, was just the new Mario Party, and for games I played in general, I think it's the new Mario Party, Unicorn Overlord, I think it was one other. But, like, what about, like, last year here, even? Because I feel like Nintendo has not been putting out as many games I've genuinely liked in recent years as they have historically. Like, let's see here. If I turn on display capture. Yeah, what about Pokemon Scarlet Pinball? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to play at some point here. In terms of the new releases, if it loads here, so not including the already released games, yeah, I liked Unicorn Overlord, a non-Nintendo game, and I've been liking this, but this did not come out this year. I like this, if that counts, but it's a remaster of something that I already liked. What games came out last year that I genuinely liked? I kind of liked WarioWare Move It, not gonna lie. I thought that was pretty alrighty. Oh my god, I hated this game so much. Were there any Nintendo games that came out last year that I genuinely liked? Oh, Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 I did genuinely like. Tears of the Kingdom I had mixed feelings about. But Pikmin 4 is definitely a game that I really like that came out from Nintendo last year. I really like this one, but that's a remaster. I don't know if those count. I had pretty mixed feelings on Fire Emblem Engage, but generally liked it. So you could say, like, maybe 2 Nintendo games that well, 1 Nintendo game that I really liked and 2 that I had mixed feelings about last year. And the year before that, 2022. So yeah, this was the beginning of the year of 2023. So 2022 here. What games did I play then? Oh, definitely not. I like this one, but technically a Ubisoft game. What else came out on 2022? I like this, but I had mixed feelings about it, and there's a lot that's, like, not great about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. What other Nintendo games came out then? Oh man, did I ever love Nintendo Switch Sports. I thought Kirby and the Forgotten Land was pretty alrighty. Yeah, it's not a massive ton of games that I can point at and be like, man, I really like that game. Like, a game has to be really good nowadays, and I can tell how this game could have been really good, but the direction they took it in was just not super great here, in my opinion. Ever get into Palworld? I did a one-off stream of it just to showcase it, and then once, like, out of town on my own time, I played it a little bit on my laptop, and I thought it was pretty fun. But yeah, I thought that it was pretty good, but, like, clearly in early development and could clearly use a lot of room for improvement. I know that they had been improving it and adding updates over time, so I don't know how much they were able to improve it and flesh it out before getting sued by Nintendo, as they are now. That is probably taking their attention. But yeah, I cannot concede about Brothership being great. Like, the only thing that's good about it is the combat, and just dicking around being like, oh, go play hide and seek, go do fetch quests, go play Metal Gear Stealth. There's none of the exploration and puzzle solving aspects that you would have had from the previous Mario and Luigi games. The previous Mario and Luigi games, the exploring the world had Mario and Luigi moving as a unit, and you would try to figure out how to traverse the world with controlling Mario with A and Luigi with B. And that was like the whole main appeal of the overworld exploration of Mario and Luigi that you would be doing most of the time in an island hopping game like this. But with the way that it's designed here, you're basically just controlling Mario while Luigi follows like a decent distance behind you. If I do a jump like that to get up a cliff, he's just gonna stay behind. So you can no longer be controlling both of them like as a unit. You have to basically just be controlling Mario and have Luigi just follow as like an AI ally. Because you try to control both of them and that's gonna happen, and then they're gonna get more separated and it's just awkward and weird. And anytime that Luigi is needed to solve puzzles, it's typically just the AI doing it for you. You order him around like a Pikmin, or like one of the captains in a Pikmin game, and just watch him do stuff for you instead of figuring out how to do the puzzle as a unit. Like, it takes away that unique thing of the Mario and Luigi series of controlling both of them together to now, oh yeah, you control Mario, and Luigi will do things on his own sometimes when you ask him to. Like the platforming bits where there's like the Mario tile and the Luigi tiles, where it's like, you'll platform onto half of them, and you just watch and like twiddle your thumbs and wait while Luigi does the rest for you. Like, the agency of the game is taken away. The normal overall exploration that you would normally be doing here. Now it's just control Mario and watch Luigi do stuff. because that was always like the main unique thing about overworld exploration in the previous Mario and Luigi games. Now it feels like a spin-off that just has like super basic Mario platforming, kind of like things like Mario vs. Donkey Kong, where it feels like a clunky, watered-down version of normal Mario platforming. Or something like Mario plus... I don't know if Mario plus Rabbids is the best example to use here. Overworld traversal, because there isn't really jumping and stuff like that there. But it's just move around, hit the A button to platform around, and it's like, wow, I wish that I was playing literally any of the 3D Mario games at this point instead. If you're not going to give me the Mario and Luigi overall exploration, and you're not gonna give me like the better, more standard Mario and Luigi exploration, and you give me like a watered down combination of the both of them, it's like, what's the point? And it just bores the hell out of me. Is the case here. It's great here. Yeah, Xenoblade X Remaster here definitely looks cool, and apparently it might actually finish off the story this time. But yeah, it just misses that unique aspect of the Mario and Luigi series. Like, the overall exploration is just not Mario and Luigi anymore. It's Mario plus helper character Luigi is what it is now. It no longer has the thing that made the Mario and Luigi series the Mario and Luigi series. Kind of like it feels like it missed the point. Alright, this was not the place to go to then. But yeah, I realized why the art style is so familiar to you. It's similar to Rescue Team DX art style. Yeah, definitely similar here. Only heard some things about late game. Oh, you only so far seen the early game of Brothership. Okay, interesting. Well, now you get to see like some mid-game kind of stuff here. That's why this art style is familiar to you. I already read that one. I don't know what's wrong with me here. Maybe a bold take, but most games don't need to be 3D. Perfectly fine for a game to be 2D if it gives the developers more time to focus on gameplay. Yeah, I can agree with that there. Don't need RPGs to be 3D. Yeah, fair enough there. But yeah, so far I'm feeling like this is probably one of the most boring games I've played this year. Yeah, I can speed it up, is the case. So luckily I don't have to wait like forever at this point. But yeah, I think I need to do the Bird Island thing first. Alright, so... oh, well, I can't do that right now. Alright, so I guess I'm going this way. That's what I'm doing. And still just waiting here. Yeah. Slow, fast speed. Away I go. Can we get this on emulator to speed it up? Apparently never. It sounds like Nintendo is taking action against people that emulate Switch content now. Which is, yeah, this is the fast speed. So it's sounding like it's getting a lot more dangerous to show emulate Switch content. So, yeah, there's that. Heh. What? So I have to go here? But I thought the game just told me that, oh, okay, here we go. I was about to say, I thought the game just told me that I can't do this timed quest if I do it in that order, though. Nintendo and lawsuits, can you think of a more iconic duo? I certainly can't. They just go together super perfectly.